Today with me, pro climber Emil, and we're going to see if Emil can keep up with us when we're testing out all the back exercises we can find in this gym. See you guys.
Let's go. Okay, I mean, I'm a climber. I have a very specific back exercise, and it's the pull-up. Regular pull-ups we do like, but the one that I do the actual most is kind of an explosive one that goes almost into a muscle up. Quite deep, you see, around the belly button.
Yeah, but it looks really cool, man.
Thanks, yeah.
I would say also chins, as always, through my whole 30 years in the gym, has been one of my favorite exercises.
Oh, really?
I've never done it in the way you do it, but I've done it in all kinds of versions with like weight belts and stuff like that. I haven't done your version yet. When nobody's watching, I'm going to try it. I'm going to totally fail.
Yeah.
For me, this is one of the exercises I would do towards the end. I will always start with my deadlifts, bend over rows with bar and dumbbell. This is also my warm-up.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, the muscle fibers on your arms, man.
Yeah. You should see his legs.
Yeah. Oh. For me, this is an S tier. I'll admit, maybe for weightlifting, trying to get the absolute max, it might not be the best because you need to add so much weight.
Yeah.
But like, there's no better back exercise for me.
I kind of agree with you. I think all motions in this kind of way is not supposed to be for max anyways. We're going to do some rowing and some pull-up, other kind of pulls for that. So this for that muscle group in the upper back and also for the lower deltoids and bicep. This is for sure one of the best exercises.
Yeah.
So we agree on.
Boom.
Boom.
I also agree.
Be honest, you hate it.
Yeah.
I do actually have one more that we do as climbers, like the one arm, which is also quite like good for parts of the back, but a little bit more intense on the bicep, and something that I probably train a little bit more than the actual pull-up, like one or the other. But I don't know if it could go in a back workout or not, or if it's too much on the.
I tell you, man, that's one of those exercises that no strongman have ever done in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
But we all wish we could have done one because it looks really good.
I have no idea what I'm gonna be, good at and bad at, and what's gonna feel good and bad. I mean, I like the grip type, and then you just pull back like this. Oof. Keep the back straight, I guess.
If I were you, I would straighten my legs just a little bit, just like you would row a boat, kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
In every back exercise, I want you to reach forward till your shoulder blades
like
comes
so?
forward. Yeah, like there you full stretch, and then you pull them back by pushing your chest up.
Okay.
So let's go. We're watching David suffering a bit since he has some back problems today. Well, if you ask me, this is one of the key exercises, especially for the beginners and medium level guys, since it's very, very safe. Is one of the best exercises to find the contact with your lats without making any injuries to your lower back. Even if you make it ugly, it's still fairly safe.
Yeah.
And it's also quite demanding for cardio.
So you do a lot of you do volume in this, like many reps and.
Or even if I put the full mag on, it's still a bit too light.
Okay. Yeah.
So I tend to do like 15 reps and stuff like that on it.
Okay. Yeah. Strong farmers.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that this is an excellent exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your grading on it?
I think for me it felt quite heavy on the biceps, and like I think I'd want more isolation in a muscle group. But it is it felt more like a cardio workout for my back, so I would put it probably on like the C tier personally. C, yeah. For climbing more, I guess.
For me,
Yeah, that's my.
for me it's a B.
It's a B.
This one.
I would say B as well. I think
Okay.
it has a lot of potential. The trick is just like you say, not to pull so much with the bicep.
Right,
Yeah.
the technique.
Because you're like really strong, you have strong back as well, but it's quite easy to cheat a little bit by pulling with the bicep.
Right, yeah. Do you think it's good to move your back like this when doing it? Kind of like use a little bit?
I like it. If you do it just a little bit, like he is doing, then you get quite good workout for the lower back.
Okay.
And by coming forward,
Yeah.
you get a better stretch of the lats as well.
Yeah. It's nicer that way. Yeah,
It's
I can
nicer
feel
that
because
way.
now I could feel like I'm not engaging my biceps as much.
Now we have the whole stack on. That's why he's shifting colors. But
Yeah.
well done. Come on, come on.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good stack.
So you, David, you picked the next exercise.
Yeah.
You have one. You're actually leaning against one, so let's do that one.
Ooh.
I choose the exercise, yes.
Nice. So much power in this, it's insane. This is one of your strengths, I guess.
I always love this one.
Like, but also in Strongman, it was one of your strongest fields, kind of,
Yeah.
right? Like, no, unbeatable, kind of. Nice one.
For me, I would say my absolutely favorite exercise in Strongman was an event called arm over arm,
Okay.
where you were sitting, pulling a rope,
Yeah.
pulling a train or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that's, through my career, the one that gave me most points.
Okay.
It's a bit of stamina,
Yeah.
arm strength, back strength,
Yeah.
and a lot of grip.
Okay. Good combination for you.
You would love it.
It sounds like something I'd like, yeah.
Ska jag prova?
Lightweight edition. Lat pull down.
That pull down.
Come
That's
on.
the thing for our generation. Every set starts with you have to take out your phone
Yeah.
from your pocket, which is like a stupid thing to have to do.
Come on. Good. Yeah.
The old-fashioned pull down.
The old-fashioned pull down. Yeah, it's. I find it honestly a little bit too uncomplex. It does isolate the muscles well, but it's kind of like a almost too isolated
Yeah.
in the lat. I feel like where the the muscles in the back are quite complex, and there's so many things you kind of want to target. But if you're doing a back day, like if you're trying to work out your back, you almost want a little bit more.
Absolutely.
I feel
Yeah.
like.
For me, this would be, if I would use it, which I very seldomly do, to be honest, would be the very last event, just to do like stretch out, kind of get some blood
Yeah.
through the area. And I not see it as any muscle builder at
Yeah.
all. It's
Yeah.
more some kind of stretching. I'm not saying it's useless. I'm just saying that I'm going to put my energy,
Into something else.
yeah,
right?
into something else.
Yeah, 100%.
So for me, this is, I would say D.
I do actually agree. I was gonna say D as well. What's your
D.
D
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll add one thing that I do like about it to give it a little bit of love, and that it's kind of fun in a way. Like you just hammer out and you feel it kind of burn a little bit specifically.
I agree. It's comfy. It
Yeah.
makes you get you a nice pump.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because it's kind of effortless, it's a little bit nice.
Yeah.
But by now we have learned that everything worth fighting for in life is painful.
Yeah.
So we know it's not good for us.
Yeah. Dumbbell rows. Oh, starting off with the light ones.
Just for like a few pulls and just drop it and say this is.
Yeah. I don't know how much I can do with this. So yeah, dumbbell rows. The thing with these is that in climbing gyms, we rarely have especially heavy dumbbells.
All right.
They're usually like 20 kilos at most. It's pretty common. So we never really have access to this workout in this way. We do it in a very strange way. I can maybe show later.
This is kind of a love and hate event. It's really hard. It's a good grip event actually.
Yeah.
And where I come from, we have a little bit bigger dumbbells,
Okay.
but it's also very demanding for cardio and all that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it, but and then I give the grading for it.
Sounds good.
Strong guy.
Yeah.
Sonny, you can really tell with the both of you, you have this like explosive muscle fibers really working for you. Like all the exercises we've done so far are just very fast. Explode up and then you go down. Explode up and then you go down. I think the viewer will probably be able to tell the difference. Like when you do it, it's almost like it's lifting from into the air because you have so much power in the first part of the motion. But for me, I'm kind of like dragging it through. You see what I mean? Like I'm dragging it up and down, but you really get that boom, explosive.
For me, what I
power
try to achieve is, as I'm coming down, I'm more after the feeling where I'm stretching out the shoulder blade. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to make them as wide out as possible, like making a lat spread kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And as I reach that, I feel it for a split second, then I just pull it back again. And then maybe, like you say, then I can just continue the speed from the lats with some arms.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's also very demanding for the grip.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a good
It's a
overall
good combination,
training.
yeah, for sure.
You can't feel that we have trained grip for about 3 hours.
The thing is, as a climber, I don't quite have that problem because the grip doesn't really wear out in my
Oh,
trainings because I do them for so long every session. So if I can do something once, then I can do it 3 hours later again. Probably. Yeah. I don't know how to rate this one so much because it's hard for me to. I'm not fully doing it
Yeah.
right. So for me, it's I won't go into this one. Yeah.
This is my S tier.
This is your S tier.
Yeah.
For
This
the
one
back.
is the one I've gained most of my strength with.
Okay.
Like a solid upper back. You also get a bit of a trap to it. Then what we will do, we will incline the bench a little bit to get more of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
It's a very good for me grip training for the not for the kind of grip maybe that you are used for you in your sport, but for me for squeezing strength and stuff like that.
Tight object squeezing.
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah.
yeah.
So for me, I'm up with David there. It's one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So maybe
Strongman approved.
Strongman approved. Maybe it's not as good as bend over rows.
no,
But we will come to that later. But it's up there with I will give it at least a solid A.
Solid A. So I won't give it one for this one. I definitely believe you guys that it's that good. I feel like it is good, but I would need to try it for a few weeks to know like, okay, this is how much I like it.
But isn't this one quite a lot of climbers like this one? Or
We like so the thing is what we do with this one. This is going to be fun.
no.
so this is a climbing modified.
Yeah,
dumbbell
but
row.
I'm not sure about this. What's going on here?
With a suicide swing on it.
Yeah, kind of.
Suicide bench.
But is this supposed to be so unstable? If we try and lay down on it, we'll know. Something like that.
Oh yeah, I get it.
So imagine that usually we don't have these tools in our gyms. So what we do is we take a regular bench, because we usually have like a bench press bench or something, put it on a box, which gives the height that this one has right now, and then we lay down enough like this, and then pull up like that.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously with way more weight.
Thank you very much, sir.
There we go.
I like the way the bench.
Yeah, how it kind of goes
Yeah.
back and forth. Yeah, it looks quite funny with the setup.
I must say, I liked it.
Yeah?
Much better than I expected.
Okay, yeah,
And especially since the last bit is a bit hard.
exactly. Yeah. So what we usually do in climbing, we do it quite explosively to really build this starting motion of a move, of like locking in very heavily when we're climbing, to be able to pull faster.
So normally in most back exercises I would start pulling low, and then as fatigue hits in,
You get higher.
I get higher and higher.
Right.
And in the end I'm using legs, whatever,
Anything to get it up.
karma,
Yeah.
everything just to make it work.
It doesn't come close enough to.
But saying that, that's probably why it could be a good exercise for you, because it will stretch and it will give you more flexibility to come wide like this. Let's move into the next exercise.
Yeah.
But first we have the grading for this one. What, in your opinion?
It's because of the tricky setup with it. It's kind of annoying to do.
Yeah.
Even if you put up the boxes and everything, it takes a while, and we need to add like at least 40 more kilos to start really feeding it.
Yeah.
So like it's tricky to manage. So I still give it a C tier.
Yeah.
I think it's a good exercise if you really want to do it, but it takes more time than I'd usually like it to. Yeah.
So the feeling for it is actually quite good, and the output from it is good, but the awkwardness of it all shoves it down a little bit.
For sure.
So I agree with you. Sooner or later we have to eat something, so let's move forward. It's time for the bend over rows.
Yeah.
This is one of the exercises I've done the most through my career when it comes to back training.
Okay.
It's painful, it's super horrible because you get a big headache, you can use a lot of weight, puts a massive strain on the lower back, glutes, like the whole system.
Right.
And that's why I kind of also love it. I hate it and I love it.
I know the feeling.
So if you're only going to do one exercise, if you ask me, this is the one.
For
and
back.
just stay with it for the whole workout. So, and you can do it in all kinds of levels and arches for the back, but it's the same principle. You just, by angling the back differently, you're going to find different target areas for it. So the most common one is to just start like this. You go up like once, like this. You lower yourself to the angle you're driving for. And then obviously you can go like all kinds of angles, high and low, but it gives solid back strength, really good pump and muscle builder for the upper and lower back.
Like
And
so?
yeah,
That's right?
yeah.
I definitely like it. I haven't done this one kind of at all for working out, but I definitely buy your arguments for it. I think it's as a climber, it's more a supplementary workout for the
Yeah.
back. It's like really good to strengthen it, and probably something I should do like once a week or so. It wouldn't target the same muscles that we use there, but definitely still very good for like creating this strong chain,
Yeah.
you know?
And for me, it's also, it pretty much does the same thing that deadlift would do, but in a safer way, since the drive, of course, depending on which angle I'm using, but if I drive it from the floor, I drive it just like I would have done a deadlift. But instead of arching my back,
Yeah.
I'm maintaining the position as I pass the knee and just continue with the row. So from here, normally my deadlift drive would be like that. So I'm going. And
So this, and the goal with this is kind of to target almost the full back,
Yeah.
aside from maybe the upper parts of the lats a little bit, or?
but the upper part you take in the next few sets where you do the same exercise, holding reverse or the same, but then you maybe stay up here
Ah, okay. So you get higher, yeah.
and you pull.
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of a one-stop shop. You can,
Stay here all day, just
Yeah.
enjoy your life, yeah.
and then in the end you just might finish off with standing straight and just do. So obviously, if you ask me,
Obvious S tier for you.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll put it in my A tier, but I buy all your arguments for it being an S tier, especially if you want to work out in the gym and you want to get a strong back.
yeah.
Like definitive S tier there.
You have to choose.
My S tier was the rowing, so
Yeah.
this is my 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can have 2 S tiers if you want to.
Then it's S tier.
And generally, I would say all exercises where you can go so heavy, so you break sweat the first set, is a muscle builder. So where you kind of have to focus on the strength more than the technique stuff. Yeah. So let's move on.
I know I asked you, David, earlier, how many calories per day do you guys need?
Well, back in the day when everything was too much, I was up there around 8,000, and I honestly think that if I would have stayed around 6.5 or something, I would probably have become better.
Oh, okay.
I think you kind of flush the whole system to a point where you don't absorb as well as you would have
Like the
done.
nutrients kind of. and-
Yeah. So and I was always having stomach problems, always kind of a
like
bit of.
bloated and,
Yeah,
and
all that, all
almost
that.
sick. Okay.
So when
Yeah.
I stopped, like the last year and a half, when I kind of have decided to pull back,
Yeah.
I cut down on cardio and I started to eat less food. That was the thing I hated the most with the whole Strongman thing, was actually the food. And all of a sudden, I started to feel great, you know. And I started.
Wow.
All my PR records came from that period.
Oh wow.
So that's when I said, shit, I've been overdoing it for
Shit.
years.
Yeah.
you know?
Good lesson for all the strongmen out there. Yeah.
Yeah, just because it says more on the paper doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean that your body absorb more
in real life,
and
yeah.
appreciate it more. It can be, there's too much for everything, you know. We have the drive, and we all want to achieve what we want to achieve so bad, so the effort is never too high to pay, and we always feel guilty if we do too less.
Right.
So we, at least for me, if I look back, I was overtrained tons of times, even though the most known thing for underachievement is overtraining.
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
yeah, don't feel guilty if you skip a workout or two. Just plan them. Don't be lazy. There's a difference between those two. Like, skip a few workouts once in a while because you decided to, not because you were lazy.
All right, start pumping. Yeah, I think for me these are usually like a B or so. Kind of what I would give it. C?
CB.
CB, yeah. Like the motion is pretty decent, but they're a bit clumsy, a bit awkward, fill up the weights and everything, and they're just better machines that do the kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll still give it a B because it's a good exercise, but not my favorite of this style. What do you say?
I think it's like, just like I say, like a B.
Yeah.
I kind of like the stretch. I wouldn't see this as like a solid muscle builder, but I would say like a machine that you would do your sets between 8 and 14 kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you do the heavy stuff somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bit of volume just because it's nice, because it flows well, but not very good for anything else. Yeah.
Seems like there is a lot of back in climbing.
Just a little bit.
One thing with all machines, regardless of back, chest, whatever, is that you have to have a machine that has the same arch as your length are. So generally, most of these machines don't move in the way that I want them to move. So normally I don't train myself so much in machines like this.
Yeah. Can I choose?
You may choose.
Yeah. Follow me. Watch your head.
Sort it.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to watch my head.
Yeah. He's smaller.
Oh, this is an exciting one. I don't think I've... What the hell? I mean, come on. That's just...
It was more like shooting a gun. So that's more like.
Normally with machines like this,
Yeah.
what gives out on me is actually the grip.
Okay.
Because you can do so many reps.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So
yeah.
I don't really get pumped in my back. What I get pumped in is eventually my arms, and especially my forearms. So by set 2, this is one of the events you will find in a hotel. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you try to play the whole workout in that thing you found in the basement of the hotel. And after 5-6 sets of it, I'm just like, can't hardly bend anywhere.
Yeah.
But not necessarily so pumped in my back. But it's pretty nice though.
Yeah.
Can you do it with one arm?
Wow.
Then I think it's really good actually.
I don't know about you guys, but I would say that this is a high B.
High B. It looked pretty hard.
No, it's pretty good. Since you
Yeah. Okay. I'll actually, what you said earlier, if I did one arm,
Yeah.
it's kind of a nice workout. Yeah. With
Because
2 arms, it felt awkward and like I wouldn't feel.
the range of motion is really nice with one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And you try. For me,
get
at
a really
least.
big stretch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And-
really big stretch. You can go out and in. Yeah. Yeah. It's not something I would use so much, is the thing, because it doesn't target quite what I'm looking for. But it's so easy to use because it's got the stacks of the weights already in. So I can buy a B for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an event, a machine that I would actually use. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Despite it being a little bit easy for you in the weight.
I would have it in the very end
Okay.
myself.
Like just to burn yourself.
If I would make a workout, I would probably go with some heavy rows in the beginning. Probably the bar, and then followed by dumbbells, and then something like this, and then probably chins,
Okay. Yeah.
and then I'm
Fried. Yeah. Nice one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So another good one.
Yeah. Another good one. Lots of good back workouts.
Here's one of those funny stuff things.
Can I ask a
Huh?
question? Where did you put my phone?
Right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
this
Emil.
one, yeah. In the terms of a workout, if I had to do volume, yes, then it feels okay. But it's such a very specific motion, and we have to put the highest weight to get like a decent workout in. Doesn't.
So you would say that this is probably a machine that's very good for the beginner, for the beginner, or maybe the guy who's been in the gym like a year or so.
Exactly.
And not so much for somebody that's been around for a while. We probably stay better off with the chins and the regular pull downs.
This machine is made for me. 1 year.
Yeah.
Thank you. I found
beginner,
it.
yeah. Just the 130 kilo arm wrestling beginner, yeah.
Like they have a huge market in sales for those those categories.
How does it feel?
I mean, it moves quite much the way I like it. So for me, actually, I'm surprised a little bit. It was better than expected.
You liked it, yeah.
What do you say, guys? Like this is a C?
Pretty solid C for me, yeah. It's kind of the same as the one we did earlier. But because it's, I would almost give this one a slightly lower grade because you have just this fixed handle.
Yeah.
Not perfect.
Yeah. But in general, also, we kind of have agreed on that all the exercises where you pull the weight down like this is more for finishing off the workout than as a muscle builder or so. So that gives. That makes it impossible for any kind of machine that looks a bit like this to get higher than C.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because it's more like a finishing off exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I guess you can max out your range of motion here quite a bit. Right?
Looks good. In every gym back in my days, there was an event called T-bar rowing.
Okay.
Like Arnold held in pumping iron, you know, the one with a long bar.
Yeah.
You put all the weight in front and you were rowing.
Yeah.
It was like a nightmare for the whole body.
Yeah.
And I loved it. We had one. And I played with it every back workout.
Seems like pain is kind of your middle name. You like the painful exercises. Nice.
That was a real nice song and put on another 20 kilos.
It's good.
Yeah.
Make the old man suffer.
Yeah.
Should I stand on the high one then, I guess? Yeah. It's a bit strange because I guess we can't really do this in the same way, because if I was on the same...
Yeah, the problem is that it's harder for the core, with all the pressure you get on the core, than the actual pulling.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Come on, it's good.
Yeah, this feels...
Heavy.
Oh, did you add one more? Yeah.
I was like, wow, yes, this feels kind of bad.
Yeah, it didn't feel great,
Blood coming out of the nose and everything.
Like, oh, I'm gonna pass out, okay. Maybe this will do.
I think it will be harder, you know, removing weight.
Yeah.
I
felt it's a little bit tricky around this core area, but the stretch from the back was really good.
Yeah, I
like this one.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in between because it's quite painful around my ribs because like there's so much pressure, and if we wanted to absolutely max this out, it would be even more painful.
I think that would be more that thing that would take you out rather than
just the pulling.
Time to wrap it up. I think we tried pretty much everything they have here, and I kind of said the stuff I knew. I would say that I love the bend over rows and the rowing exercises. And also I want to thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure having you, Emil.
Appreciate it.
For you guys that haven't seen it, we made a grip challenge thing on your channel.
If I try and like push you down, see if I can get any inch on you. There's something slightly charming about very large men trying to lift very tiny objects.
Check it out, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. do something else?
Maybe some climbing.
No.
We'll see if I can get them involved. I hope
Hopefully
so.
not.
We will.
Yeah,
We will.
We'll get them there. Yeah.
See you next time, guys.
See you.